So I promised not to tell any jokes. Maya just asked me if I would say a couple of words to close out the show tonight when I emailed Dean to say that we wanted to come and spend a little time here. So I don't know if you guys ever watched MHP show for the 4 years that we were on. But if you did, then you know that Dean was a regular guest on the show. A couple times we almost got the show canceled when Dean would hang out with me. But Dean is a dear friend. And a dear friend in part because I think we were and continue to try to do the work of having tough conversations. I take very seriously that to be engaged in the work of democracy is to recognize that you're going to lose about half the time, right? And I like to say democracy is for losers, right? Democracy isn't really for winners, right? If you expect to win, then you probably should prefer authoritarianism, right? Because the fact is that if you expect to win and to win all the time, then authoritarianism is just a more efficient form of governance, right? I'm a parent, right? So if you expect to win, then you ought to just figure out a way to institute the things that you want to get done in the world. Democracy is really for the losers. In other words, democracy means that even when you lose, winners don't take all. Democracy means that even when you lose, you don't have to shut up. Democracy means that even if your side loses today, you get to keep engaging. You get to keep a seat at the table. You get to keep being part of the conversation. You get to keep trying to persuade that to lose an election is not to have a coup staged in the streets. And so it's okay. We're part of the big project. And so, talking to each other, battling it out, saying, I don't like your ideas. Wait a minute, I like that one part of your idea. I think it's not just like some kind of postmodern millennial feel-good moment. We have to laugh because we're human. We have to cry together because it matters. It is part of our human vulnerability, and I am encouraged that we can show up together in Cleveland, we can show up together in Philadelphia, we can recognize that even when really scary things are happening, that we can keep holding on to each other. And so I thank you for letting me be here, for letting my students be here, for laughing even when you sometimes want to cry, and for saying that even if we lose, doesn't mean we have to shut up. We can keep talking, and even if the other side loses, that doesn't mean they have to shut up either. It's part of the big project of doing democracy together. Thanks, everybody.